Here's something I've learned over a lifetime of watching money. Most people think saving and investing takes discipline, willpower, and constant effort. But the truth is, the people who build real wealth rarely depend on discipline at all. They depend on systems. What if you never had to decide to save money because it happened automatically? That's how I've always done it. When money comes in, I don't wait to see what's left at the end of the month. I take my savings out first, and then I live on what's left. The rest takes care of itself. This approach is sometimes called stealth wealth. Not because you're hiding it from people, but because your money grows quietly in the background while you go about your life. You don't think about it every day, you don't argue with yourself over whether to save or spend. The money simply moves into the right place automatically, and before you know it, years have passed and you've built a fortune almost by accident. I've always said, don't save what's left after spending, spend what's left after saving. That's the difference between struggling and getting ahead. The money you never see is the money you never miss, and it's also the money that builds your future. In this video, you'll see exactly how to set up simple automatic transfers that will quietly do the heavy lifting for you, so you can start building wealth without barely lifting a finger. And trust me, that quiet discipline, working in the background, will be worth far more than anything you could buy today. The real secret to building wealth without thinking about it is automation, especially setting up automatic transfers that move your money before you even get the chance to spend it. Instead of depending on willpower or constant reminders, you put your savings and investments on autopilot, which means you don't have to make the same tough choice every month. Most people don't fail to save because they don't want to, but because life always throws unexpected expenses or temptations in the way, and over time those small slips destroy the plan. Willpower is limited, but automation removes the need for it entirely. Your money goes where it needs to go every time, no matter what's happening. You simply log into your bank or payroll system, set a transfer to savings or investments right after payday, and it happens automatically before you even see the money in your account, so you never feel like you're giving something up. One teacher set up $50 transfers every Friday into her brokerage account and jokes that she doesn't even remember her login because she never touches it, and years later those small deposits have grown into a serious amount of money. Automation works just as well for investing, since you can schedule automatic purchases of low-cost index funds that grow steadily over time, with history showing that even small weekly amounts can compound into tens of thousands of dollars. The beauty of this system is that it's out of sight, out of mind. When you don't see the money, you don't miss it, and you avoid the stress of deciding whether to save or spend. Each automatic transfer, no matter how small, quietly pushes you closer to financial freedom without effort or worry, making progress inevitable. But there's another challenge that can quietly destroy your progress, even if you've automated your money perfectly, and it's one I've watched play out again and again over the years. It's called lifestyle creep. It sneaks up on people as their income grows. They get a raise, and instead of using it to strengthen their financial foundation, they start justifying little upgrades, a nicer car, a bigger place, a few more nights out. Each decision feels small, but when you add them up, suddenly the raise is gone, and they're right back where they started. I remember watching a friend make this exact mistake. She earned more, but immediately signed a lease on a brand new SUV and moved into a flashy loft. A few months later, her bank account looked exactly the same, only her bills had grown. On the flip side, I knew another young woman who made a very different choice. After her promotion, she kept living with roommates, saved the extra $500 a month, and put it into a real estate investment trust. Those quiet dividends eventually grew enough to nearly pay her rent when she finally upgraded. That's the real difference. One person let lifestyle creep eat their raise, while the other used her raise to build assets that worked for her. Most people don't realize how powerful this one decision can be. That's why I tell folks, freeze your lifestyle for a year after you get a raise. Don't rush into bigger bills, don't chase the appearance of success. Just channel that new money straight into investments or debt repayment. You'll build a cushion, and when the time comes to spend, you'll do it from a position of strength, not pressure. This isn't about depriving yourself forever, it's about letting your money work for you first, so future upgrades don't weigh you down. And here's the magic of it: every dollar you resist spending on a quick upgrade is a dollar that compounds, year after year, into something much larger. Over time, those small choices make a massive difference in your net worth. It's also one of the quiet secrets behind what I call stealth wealth. By keeping your lifestyle steady, you avoid the noise, the pressure to keep up, and you quietly build freedom in the background. Each time you resist lifestyle creep, you're not just saving money, you're buying yourself more control, more options, and ultimately, more peace of mind. And as your investments quietly grow in the background, there's something just as important as starting early and being consistent: protecting your progress so you don't lose what you've worked so hard to build. It's not enough to let compound interest do the heavy lifting, you also need to make sure outside forces aren't silently eating away at your returns. The two biggest threats are fees and taxes. Even a small management fee of 1% can drain hundreds of thousands of dollars from your account over decades, while unnecessary taxes can take a big bite out of gains if you're not strategic. That's why the wealthiest investors, including Warren Buffett, often recommend low-cost index funds and ETFs. They keep more money in your pocket and let the power of compounding work undisturbed. But protecting your money isn't just about fees. It's also about how you manage risk. As your wealth grows, you'll want to keep a healthy mix of stocks, bonds, and maybe even real assets depending on your goals. Too much risk in a single market crash could set you back years. Too little risk and your money won't keep up with inflation. That's where rebalancing comes in. Every year or two, check your portfolio. If one part has grown too big, say your stocks are now 80% of your holdings when your target was 60%, sell some and put the money into safer assets. This keeps your plan steady and avoids emotional decisions during booms or busts. Another key piece of protection is having an emergency fund. Without cash set aside, you could be forced to sell investments at the worst possible time, like during a market downturn. A simple rule is to keep 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a safe savings account. It may not grow much, but it acts like a shield for the rest of your wealth, letting your investments keep compounding without interruption. Taxes are another quiet drain most people underestimate. Being smart about which accounts you use can make a huge difference. Retirement accounts like 401(k)s and IRAs grow tax-deferred, while Roth accounts grow tax-free if you follow the rules. Even health savings accounts, HSAs, can double as investment vehicles with triple tax benefits. Where you place your investments matters too. Interest from bonds is often taxed more heavily than long-term stock gains, so holding bonds inside tax-deferred accounts while keeping index funds in taxable accounts can lower your tax bill over time. And then comes the question of how to take money out in retirement. Many people overlook this, but it's just as important as how you save. If you withdraw too much during a market downturn, your portfolio might never recover. That's why experts recommend flexible withdrawal strategies, taking more in good years and pulling back in bad ones. Others use a blend of guaranteed income sources, like bonds, tips, or annuities, alongside growth assets, to smooth out the ups and downs. Protecting what you've built is just as crucial as growing it, because accumulating wealth is only half the battle. Maintaining it, keeping it safe, and keeping it private ensures that your progress truly benefits you over the long term. Wealth without protection is vulnerable, and visible wealth can attract unwanted attention, pressure, and distractions that pull you off course from your financial goals. This is where stealth wealth isn't just a clever term, it becomes a full-fledged strategy for long-term security, peace of mind, and control over your life. One of the most powerful ways to implement stealth wealth is by buying privacy with your assets. This isn't about hiding illegally, it's about legally structuring your finances so that your personal information is shielded while your money continues to work for you. A simple and highly effective tactic is holding investments, rental properties, or other assets through legal entities such as limited liability companies, LLCs. For instance, a friend manages 3 rental properties under Oak Street Holdings LLC. When someone searches property databases or public records, all they see is the company name, never her personal identity. This small step creates layers of privacy, protecting her from unsolicited requests from family, friends, or even strangers who might otherwise view her as a source of financial assistance. Her tenants don't know her personally, and even at social gatherings, she can navigate conversations without exposing the scope of her investments. The result is she enjoys the income, stability, and benefits of her real estate holdings without inviting complications, social pressure, or unwanted scrutiny. Privacy also extends beyond legal structures. It is a mindset and lifestyle choice. The wealthiest individuals often choose to live quietly, avoiding the temptation to showcase wealth through flashy purchases, status symbols, or public displays of success. Instead of spending on appearances, they focus on acquiring assets that appreciate, generate income, or provide financial leverage. By resisting the urge to keep up with the Joneses, you sidestep the trap of lifestyle inflation, which quietly erodes financial gains over time, and maintain the freedom to make decisions based on your own goals rather than societal expectations. The mental and emotional benefits of this discipline are profound. When your financial progress remains private, you protect your peace of mind. You no longer feel pressured to justify your choices, explain why you aren't spending extravagantly, or respond to judgment about what you should be doing with your money. You can fully commit to your own strategy, even when peers or family question your restraint, because your focus remains on long-term security rather than short-term validation. Maintaining this level of discretion fosters a mindset that prioritizes independence, control, and foresight. It allows you to make deliberate, strategic decisions without the distraction of outside opinions or the stress of public scrutiny. In essence, privacy amplifies the benefits of financial discipline. The combination of legal shields, conscious spending, and a low-profile approach ensures your wealth continues to grow quietly, safely, and consistently. Over time, these habits compound, just like money invested wisely, creating a foundation of security that few outside your circle will even notice, but that allows you to live freely, pursue opportunities confidently, and build wealth with the confidence that it is yours alone, protected from risks that come from visibility, mismanagement, or social pressures. By embracing privacy as a core principle, you're not only shielding your financial life from the outside world but also strengthening your internal discipline and resilience, setting yourself up for decades of uninterrupted growth, freedom, and peace of mind. Anonymous generosity is another crucial pillar of the stealth wealth system, one that often goes overlooked but carries profound benefits for both your finances and your mindset. Giving quietly, like paying for the coffee or meal of the person behind you in line, leaving a grocery gift card for a family in need, or donating anonymously to a local charity, lets you use your money as a tool for positive impact without drawing attention to yourself. This type of giving reinforces the idea that wealth is not about status, bragging rights, or showing off. It's about the tangible difference you can make in people's lives. When your generosity is invisible, you avoid the social pressures and expectations that often come with public acts of charity, such as the obligation to give more or the scrutiny of others questioning your choices. Instead, the focus remains on impact, intention, and the real-world results of your contributions, aligning perfectly with the mindset of stealth wealth. When you combine these practices of quiet giving with the other habits you've already built, like automated savings, consistent investing, and resisting lifestyle inflation, you create a holistic financial system designed for growth, security, and freedom. Every dollar you save automatically, every investment made on autopilot, every small lifestyle choice that prioritizes your financial foundation, all work together silently in the background to compound your wealth while keeping it shielded from distractions, social pressures, or unnecessary exposure. Structuring your investments for privacy, holding assets in LLCs, resisting the urge to upgrade your lifestyle with every raise, and practicing anonymous generosity strengthens your discipline, keeps you in control, and ensures that your money truly works for you rather than for anyone else's approval. You're no longer just accumulating wealth, you're protecting it, maximizing its potential, and keeping it aligned with your long-term vision for freedom and peace of mind. This complete stealth wealth system transforms how you interact with money. You stop worrying about appearances and the judgment of others, and instead focus on what truly matters, building security, independence, and the freedom to make your own choices without outside influence. It creates a lifestyle where financial freedom isn't about flashing status symbols, expensive cars, or luxury vacations. It's about quiet confidence, intentional decisions, and the freedom to live according to your values without compromise. Each step you take, automating contributions, prioritizing investments, keeping your life private, and giving anonymously, reinforces the others, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of growth, security, and personal empowerment. Over time, these small, consistent actions accumulate into a powerful financial foundation that can support decades of freedom, options, and peace of mind. If you're ready to take your first step into this system, there's no better moment than right now. Log into your payroll or bank system and schedule your first automatic transfer. Start small if you need to, a modest weekly contribution to a broad index fund, directing a portion of your next raise toward investments instead of lifestyle upgrades, or even establishing an emergency fund to protect your financial foundation. The key is to begin, because momentum compounds faster than most people realize. Every automated dollar, every intentional financial choice, and every act of quiet generosity builds toward long-term freedom. If you're ready to commit to your financial independence, comment below with the first amount you'll automate and take control of your wealth today. Each step you take now doesn't just grow your money, it grows your freedom, your options, and the life you truly want to live. If you found this video useful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to not miss our future uploads. See you in the next video.